Hello, my friends. Welcome to your journey for today. My name is Katrina, and it is an honor to share space, breath, and movement with you. For today's practice, all you'll need is yourself, your practice space, a mat, and if you want to bring a pair of blocks to help support you in your practice, to make your arms magically longer, go ahead and grab those. And whenever you're ready, make your way into an easy, comfortable seated position. And as you find the seat, I invite you to close your eyes. Allow yourself to connect to your breath. Allow yourself to stare off into the darkness behind your eyes. Not wanting to change it, just observe it. Notice where tension arises in your body with every inhales, pauses, and exhales. Allowing your breath to be your anchor in the seas. Reminding yourself that this practice is what teaches you how to navigate through rough waters in life. And if emotions arise, allow yourself to feel those emotions. A thought is merely a sentence in your brain, in your head. But I want you to just allow the emotions to manifest in your body, observing it from a place of love, and then letting it go with the exhales. Scan your body from your toes, making your way up to your thighs, your belly, your heart, your throat, third eye center, all the way out through the crown of your head. Emanate that light. And Robert Edward Grant once said, when the heart thinks and when the mind feels, the river of wisdom flows. When the heart thinks and when the mind feels, the river of wisdom flows. Allow yourself to be like the water in that river, noticing your energy today, inviting that flow state to arrive as you allow the self-inquiry to envelop your being. Set a gentle intention for your practice for today, allowing yourself to be open to any of the challenges and to any of those moments, those aha moments. And take a moment to express gratitude to yourself for showing up for you and for you alone. Because in your healing, you heal everyone around you. You learn through this connection to spirit that everything becomes very simple. Very, very simple. Take a deep, long inhale through your nose. Audible exhale out through your mouth. Beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead and meet me in a position onto your bums, driving your heels onto the ground, taking a couple of our hip cars to begin our journey. Roll your shoulder blades at the back body, keeping your chest and spine tall. Then drop your legs over towards the left. Return back to center. Drop your legs, knees point all the way to the right. Inhales take you back to center. Exhales, move over to the left. Inhales, back to center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Listen for the change here. As we lower our knees to point over to the left, I want you to slowly lower down your upper body to float over that left leg. Yeah, just like that. Beautiful. Maintaining a nice tall spine. Inhale brings you back to center. Making sure that this movement is coming from the hips. Lean forward, hinge from your hips. Beautiful work. Keep driving that bottom leg down onto the earth. One more round just like that. You've got this. Lower down. Rise up. Center. Lower to the right. Lower down with control. Inhale, rise up. Return to center. Go ahead and tuck your feet underneath you. And come into a tabletop shape. 3 circles over the wrists. If you've taken class with me before, or just warming up the wrists, I invite you to get a little bit of animalistic movement into your spine, into your hips, your chest, your collarbones, rolling the shoulders back or forward. Just being an explorer of your own physical body. Awesome work here. Tuck all 10 toes behind you. Taking this downward facing dog piece by piece. First, hover the knees an inch or two. Then begin to push the ground away. Yep, you've got this. You're pushing the ground away. Adjust your stance as needed. Sending your hips back into space, using the power of your legs to hinge your tailbone up high towards the sky until you find your downward facing dog. Pedal out through the feet if you wish. And then settle into it. Integrate in the shape. Keeping your intention close to your heart. And on your next breath in, lift the heels, bend the legs. Exhale, spinal wave forward into high plank pose. Hover the knees an inch or two, pushing off through the arms. Cruise back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the legs. Wave your spine forward, bypassing through high plank pose. Hover the knees an inch or two, cruise back, downward facing dog. Cueing just the breath here to embody this movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Articulating your spine, noticing how it feels. Inhale. Exhale, cruise back. Listen for the change here. Inhale. As you arrive in high plank pose, on your exhale, slowly lower down onto your belly. Oscillating cobra pose. Come onto your fingertips, lower your forehead down to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise. Eyes look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. Imagine as if you were a wave in that river. Inhale as you rise. Exhale lowers you down. Truly using the energy of water. Inhale to rise. Eyes look up. Exhale, lower. One more time, just like that. Inhale, rise. Pause at the very top. Shine your heart through. Eyes look up towards the sky. Exhale to release. Locust pose, Shalambhasana. Prepare yourself on your belly, Bring your hands behind you, thumbs pointing up towards the sky. Then on your exhale, lift up through the legs, reach back through your arms. Find your elevation here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Go ahead and release that. Your journey to downward facing dog. However you choose to get there is totally up to you. On your next inhale, three-legged dog, that right leg lifts. Bend your right leg. Lower down your left heel as you bring that right leg up and over, squeezing that right heel to your butt. And go ahead and circle that right leg 3 times towards the left, and then 3 times over to the right. You could even bend your left leg if you wish to help support you. Then find your three-legged dog, lifting that right leg further up towards the sky. And then bend that right leg close towards your chest, bending your left leg, look forward. Think spinal wave as you exhale to step that right foot to right thumb. As it lands, lower your left knee down. Beautiful work. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, look up. Exhale, fold, pyramid pose. Inhale, bend through that right leg. High crescent lunge here. Reaching tall through the fingertips, pushing back that left heel, driving and solidifying your foundations of your feet. Beautiful work. Lower your hands down onto the earth. Right foot meets the left, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, three-legged dog, that left leg lifts. Lower your right heel down as you bend that left leg, squeezing that left heel to your bum. And go ahead and draw those circles 3 times to the right and 3 times to the left. Just getting that movement into the hips. And settle into three-legged dog, that left leg lifts. Bend that left leg. Think of a tightest shape that you could possibly get into. Then on your exhale, step that left foot to left thumb. Right knee lowers down onto the earth. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Reach tall through your fingertips. Exhale, hands or no hands, pyramid pose. Focus on the fold of that left hip. As you inhale, bend through that left leg, really pushing back, driving back through that right heel to lift yourself up, standing tall into that high crescent lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, hands meet onto the earth. Left foot meets right, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs, bottom of your exhale. Spinal wave your body forward like a wave in the ocean into high plank pose. Time for our first awakening vinyasa of the day. Look forward. Take a long exhale for the chaturanga push-up. Drop knees, followed by your forearms. Look forward. Inhale, pulls your way through. Upward facing dog. Eyes look up towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulder blades back, the back body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen closely. We're going to do something a little bit funky and different in our movement practice for today. Working with the water elements and allowing our heart to think and the mind to feel. Don't overthink this movement. Feel free to pause me, rewind me. If ever you feel that the movement is too much or that you find yourself lost along the way, just trust yourself to move into space as we explore these different cross-body connections in our water salutations. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your right leg. Listen closely here. Step your right foot to cross body towards that left thumb. So you're in this really funky Anjaneyasana as you lower your left knee down. Come onto your fingertips, or if you have a pair of blocks, position them underneath your hands. But I want you to push your chest and heart through, focusing on that hip extension. On your next breath out, find a pyramid pose. Inhale, bend through that right leg. Listen closely. You're going to step that left foot right behind your right foot. Your pinky toes are going to touch. Bring your forearms in together into prayer. Inhale to rise up. Lifting your elbows up high towards the sky, opening the front body, squeezing your glutes, driving your hips forward. And on your exhale, drive your hips back, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your spine. Listen closely, that left leg is going to go back towards the left side of the mat. As it lands, lower your left knee down. Come up onto your fingertips here and just pull your chest and heart through. Beautiful, beautiful work. Plant both palms down. Right foot meets the left, downward facing dog. Moving through this cross-body connection once again. Inhale, three-legged dog, that left leg lifts. Bend your left leg. Exhale to step your left foot to right thumb this time. Lower your right knee down. Come up onto your fingertips here as you pull your chest and heart through. Exhale, fold, pyramid pose. Or rather, this funky pyramid pose. It's almost as if you're on a tightrope here. Inhale, bend through that left leg. Step that right foot behind the left foot. Pinky to pinky touch. Forearm to forearm touch. Inhale, rise up strong through the legs. Lifting the elbows up high towards the sky, driving your hips forward, squeezing your inner thighs together. Beautiful. Exhale, bow down, lower. Inhale, halfway. Lift, flatten your spine. On your exhale, that right foot is going to step towards the right side of your mat. As it lands, lower your right knee down. Come up onto your fingertips here and pull your chest and heart through. Awesome work. Plant both palms down. Left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. We're going to take the awakening vinyasa a little different today. So what I want you to do is to bend your legs, lift your heels, look forward. Look somewhere past the very, very top of your mat. Using the toes, the power of your toes. As you exhale, pull your way through into upward facing dog. Awesome work. Exhale, wave back. Downward facing dog. We're going to add a couple of progressions here into this flow. And it's going to be a little different as we move from this space to space. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your right leg. Exhale, right foot to left thumb, cross body. Lower your left knee down. This time you're going to reach your arms up high towards the sky, Anjaneyasana. Reach tall through your fingertips. Beautiful, beautiful work. This time we're not going to go to pyramid pose, but instead you're going to lift up through that left leg just to step the left foot behind the right foot. Remember, it's that back leg that's always going to be moving here. Forearm to forearm touch into prayer. Inhale, rise up strong. Lifting up through your elbows. Exhale, bow down, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your spine. On your exhale, that left foot is going to step towards the left side of your mat. Lower your left knee down with control. As you inhale, rise up back again into that Anjaneyasana, reaching tall through your fingers, solidified through your legs and foundations. Exhale, plant your hands down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg reaches up high towards the sky, three-legged dog. Bend that left leg. Look forward. Exhale, step your left foot to right thumb, come across body. Right leg lowers down with control. Inhale to sweep your arms up high towards the sky. Can you push back with your right toes? Exhale, plant both palms down. Lift up through the right knee, just to spring you forward. Right foot's going to go behind that left leg into this funky forward fold. Hands in prayer. Inhale, rise up strong. Power through the legs, ground down through your feet. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your spine. On your exhale, this time that right foot is going to step towards the right side of your mat. Lower your right knee down. Inhale to sweep your arms up high towards the sky. Anjaneyasana. On your exhale, plant both palms down. Left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, Pull your way into upward facing dog, vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adding a bit more into the sequence here. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Bend your right leg. Exhale, right foot to left thumb. Left knee lowers. Inhale, rise up. This time I want you to pull your elbows down towards your hips, opening your heart forward, really shining your collarbones forward. On your next breath out, left foot steps behind the right leg. Beautiful work, hands in prayers. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Almost as if you're traveling down a waterfall here. Plant both palms down. Halfway lift, inhale, flatten your spine. On your exhale, left foot to the left side of your mat. Lower your left knee down with control. Sweep your arms up high towards the sky. And on your exhale, draw the elbows down towards your hips as you shine your collarbones forward, shining your heart out to the world, opening your heart to receive that love. Beautiful. Plant both palms down. Right foot meets the left. Downward facing dog. On your next breath in, left leg reaches up high towards the sky. Stay long in that left leg. Bend your left leg. Look forward. Step your left foot to right thumb. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up high towards the sky. As you exhale, drive your elbows down towards your hips, opening your heart to receive love. Inhale, plant both palms down. Step your right leg behind the left, pinky to pinky touch. Hands in prayers. Inhale, rise up that waterfall. Exhale, fly down that waterfall. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, right foot steps behind to the right side of your mat. Lower your right knee down with control. Inhale, reach your arms up high towards the sky. As you exhale, drive your collarbones forward as your elbows reach down towards your hips. Shine your heart. Plant both palms down. Left foot meets the right. Downward facing dog. This moment of symmetry. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, pull your way through upward facing dog. Exhale, wave back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful, beautiful work. Take a deep inhale here. And an audible exhale out through your mouth, side out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your right leg. Step your right foot to right thumb. Rise up into high crescent lunge. We're going to take this high crescent lunge and add the water element to it, really channeling that water energy into our physical vessel and working with the elements around us. So I want you to bring your arms forward, and almost as if you're receiving that water energy. Inhale. Pull your arms back. Think cactus, open up through, shining your heart through. But this time as you exhale, I want you to straighten that right leg and bend that left leg. Almost as if you're hiding your heart. Really separate your shoulder blades from one another. Strong into the legs. Then inhale. Bend that right leg as the left leg straightens. Open. Exhale. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left leg. Inhale to receive. Exhale to release. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale one last time. On your exhale, plant both palms down. Right foot meets the left. Downward facing dog. Establishing your sense of flow, your sense of rhythm here. Inhale, your left leg reaches up high towards the sky. Bend your left leg. Step your left foot to left thumb. Inhale, rise into high crescent lunge. Again, working with that fluidity, that water element here. Can you imagine receiving the water as it flows down through your physical vessel? Drive your elbows down towards your hips. As you exhale, That right leg bends as that left leg straightens. Hide your heart. Inhale. Pull your chest forward. Left leg bends, right leg straightens. Exhale. Embody the movement of the water. Inhale. Feeling how the water feels in your face. And exhale here. One last time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Plant both palms down. Left foot meets the right. Downward facing dog. Lower your knees down onto the earth. Find a child's pose or an embryo pose here. Just take a moment to integrate into your body, noticing how the energy has shifted. Reconnect to who you are. You could even take this into embryo pose if you wish. Almost embodying a rock in a river. And as you take this shape of the rock, can you hear the water's current envelop you? What is the temperature of that water like? Are there dragonflies, butterflies over that river, by the riverbed? Transport yourself into this deep visualization. Being connected to the water element, the soma, that lunar and feminine energy. Take another breath here. On your exhale, go ahead and lift your forehead out. And come into a downward facing dog. On your next breath in, right leg lifts. Bend your right leg. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. As it lands here, open your hips up into goddess pose. Stay anchored through your feet. Stay grounded through the inner arches, really pushing the ground away. Really embodying that lift. Can you imagine a string attached to your tailbone, and that string is pulling your tailbone down onto the earth, really tucking that tailbone underneath you. From here, we're going to move over towards the right into a skandasana lunge. You could stay up here. You could take your blocks and place your blocks underneath your palms, just like this, and adjust yourself as needed. But I want you to maintain a nice tall spine here. Then you're going to drive through that left heel to move you towards the back of the mat, skandasana. Inhale, come towards the top of the mat. Exhale, move towards the back of the mat. Inhale, move towards the right. Exhale, move towards the left. Beautiful work. One last time, just like that. Inhale, skandasana. Drive through that right foot to stand. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. You're doing so great. Exhale, drive your hips back in space. You fold, wide-legged, forward fold. I invite you to stay here, or if you want to take an inversion of your choice, forearm balance or headstand, it's totally your choice. Or feel free to stay here and hang out. If you're in the inversion, you have 5 full breaths here. What can you do with those breaths? And wherever you are, we'll meet in that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your spine. On your exhale, you're just going to move your way, moving side to side into a passive squat. You could walk your feet a little bit closer towards you, or if this is too much, feel free to sit on top of a block. Always remember you can modify and support yourself as needed. Just allow yourself to ground down through your feet here, working with that terrestrial energy. Then, whenever you're ready, just come down onto your knees. And we're going to take frog pose. So I invite you to take frog pose on the long edge of your mat, like this. But for the purpose of showing you from this angle, I'm going to take this side so you could see me better. So in frog pose, you want to make sure that your ankles are wide. And it doesn't matter if your ankles are aligned directly underneath your knees. You just want to take this shape wherever you choose. You could even shift forward and back. I find that this really helps me. Or if this is too much, you could always place a blanket underneath your knees. Or you could keep the feet wider than the knees. But just settle into your space here. And of course, you could rock forward and back. And if you haven't noticed, I am quite obsessed with frogs, and that is Sapito, the prince frog. Isn't he gorgeous? So feel the sensation in the inner linings of your legs, allowing your hips to release. And if emotions arise, feel the emotions in your body. And then release that emotion through your out breath. Take a few breaths here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Slowly come out of it by bringing your heels closer towards each other, or come onto your toes. Walk your hands towards your hips. And make your way over onto your bum, returning into that hip cars that we did at the very beginning of this class. We're just going to windshield wipe the legs. Great way to just balance out that movement. And it can be an intense stretch, frog pose, but it's really great for opening your inner legs, as well as your hips. Widen out your stance as needed. Inhale to reach your arms up high towards the sky. And on your exhale, fold forward. Feel free to take your blocks, and you could rest those blocks underneath your forearms if you wish. And just hang out here. Flick your tailbone up towards the sky. And try to focus on maintaining a nice, tall spine. You've got this. Allow yourself to unfold. Can you create some resistance in your legs by really driving your heels down onto the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Walk your hands towards your hips. And bring your feet towards each other for Baddha Konasana. Feel free to stay in an upright position here, or feel free to make some butterfly wings with your legs. Or you could take a block, place it underneath your feet, and feel the stretch here by bringing your hands underneath the block. and folding ever so slightly. Adjust yourself as needed. Bringing you back into that deep meditation once again. Can you imagine yourself sitting on a rock on that riverbed? What does it smell like? What does the light look like against this riverbed? A riverbed that flows out of a waterfall just in front of your eyes. What does the waterfall sound like? And most importantly, what is the emotion that arises when you're in this place? As you observe the river flow, knowing that the river is never the same river as it was a minute ago. And just like yourself, this river transforms, transfigures, transmutes. And just like your own evolution, you're never the same person as you were even just a second ago. Everything moves in this universe and everything vibrates. For true change happens from within. And in order to change your world, you have to change yourself. On your next breath in, slowly rise up. Move the blocks away from you and just come into this windshield wipe of the hips and maybe take note of how open your hips, your legs feel. Maybe even rotate side to side, getting that energy into your body. And as you make your way back to center, roll your spine down and melt into your Savasana. Allow your arms to rest on your sides and allow yourself and give yourself permission to lie down and rest. Can you slow the current of your energy down to a frequency that reminds you of who you are, who you really are? Remember that you are whole, and remember that you are complete. And please take as much time as you need in this Savasana. Divine beings, it is always a pleasure to share space with you, wherever in the world you may be. Please leave a comment in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Say hello from wherever in the world you're tuning in from. It is an honor to share space, to share this movement, and to share the energy of the water with you. I bow down to you and all of your divine essence. Thank you. Love is a frequency that transmits this practice.